I see city in color, the way that you see.
The preparations you make after the rain, whatever you fix after the rain, is just as important as before the rain. So now I'm going to tell you some quick pointers what you need to do before the rain, okay? First thing, I have a pot here. You need to check on your drainage, okay? There must be a drainage hole on your pots, okay? And even with the drainage, you have to check where the pot sits, because if it is sitting in something like this where the water settles and it will be sitting in a puddle, it's no good, okay? So you have to make sure that no stagnant water is building up under your pots, especially in a small setting like this where you have a lot of containers. Secure the containers, just observe and make sure. And just like these are pots, and yes, they are sitting on the ground. They are good drainage holes, and you make sure that there is proper movement. Woo, you see that worm? Whoa. Make sure that water can move freely beneath these pots, okay? So those are the important things. One more thing I want to show you is make sure you secure your systems, your trellising system. So yes, I have my trellising system here, but I'm gonna put some tie straps on these, because remember that when the rain comes and the wind comes with it, things even in your garden can move and all of a sudden turns into missiles, okay? And you might, after the rain, this trellising system may be over the neighbor's yard. So you need to secure those things. Not only the infrastructure themselves, but the plants themselves. That's the other thing. Tall plants, secure them to trellises if you need to. Yes, this is a very tall, not the tallest, but this is a eggplant. I didn't cut it out. It is having a bit of a struggle, but the limb itself is very tall. I had secured it before, but make sure you do that kind of securing. And like this now, see my spinach, my Malabar spinach, it has vine onto this eggplant. I know this needs to be secured because you don't want this to snap. The heavy rains can snap it and whatever. The other thing is harvest what you can before. Look at this now. I have this lovely pepper. I'm going to harvest this because this is now fully mature, it's fully red. It's beautiful, you know. So I have some other little ones here, but harvest what you can. So observe, look and harvest so that you don't lose those when the rain comes and they are trampled. Okay? The other thing too, look at anything that you have going, that you have starting, making sure that they are protected. I started some seeds. I haven't seen anything yet, which is kind of strange. But I'm still gonna keep this going, but make sure that it is not in an area that is fully uncovered and rain, rain will just splash everything out of here. Make sure that you have secured it. Okay? The other thing too, structures such as these, make sure that they are secure and stable on the ground, in your garden, because if they are not stable, they can topple over and then now damage other plants that you have along the way. So just look at that and secure your area before the rain. Use the little gadget things that you have. Yes, I still have my clothespin hooking up my Malabar spinach here. Okay, Deb here, two raised beds to freedom, and I'm here thinking about the simple things too. It's not about the high tech, but the simple things too that can help you in the garden. Simple, cheap, that can keep things moving. So I want you all to know that you can still have a small space, still do small interventions and get big harvests. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So secure your trellis, secure your things, make sure that there are no missiles. Look on your pots. Look on your pots. I have this here. This is a makeshift thing I did though. This is really a tomato trellising system. I secured it in the ground, and this is now a stand for this pot. And I have an okra plant inside the pot with my cherry. That is going good. Okay. See what you can harvest. Look at these basil plants. These basil plants, they are going good. I'm going to tell you something though. The winners for me in this garden this summer is not any vegetable. It is a herb, and that herb is the basil. As much as the rosemary is my favorite, the basil, I could not believe. The heat is still on, the rain, the wind, the pests. And look at these, So I have things going on here, and I wanted to show you this pepper plant. It is laden with blossoms and fruit. I put an egg. I placed an egg at the root of that pepper. That is what I do with my peppers. If you haven't seen that before, check it out. Check that video out, because those are the small things that you can do to make your harvest prolific. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else that I missed in here. Okay, the other thing too, small seedlings that you have going, protect them. Okay, you can put them in areas such as this. Oh, I wanted to show you something. My chayote, I'm put it over here. My chayote, look at it. It is coming back. So like this now, you don't want it to topple over, so you need to protect it. So I protect it by putting it way back here. Okay, where it's still getting enough heat, but the rain won't get it to topple it over, and then I lose all that growth. So that is it from me today. Okay, small things that you can do. Deb here in the garden. Stick around. We are learning little by little, growing little by little, and I really appreciate everyone that stuck around to this channel. We are now over 2,000 gardeners strong. Yay! And I'm happy about that. So thank you. I appreciate you. I love you for being here, for supporting my small channel, my small efforts. But let us continue, because we have 2,000 more to go. Okay, so you stick around. Take care until the next one. Bye.